Hello and welcome. What is it? Day 134. Hello, welcome. Geez, hello and welcome to day 134 of an album a day, going through my album collection, an album a day or so, depending if I have like a little collection of them. Today, I thought, I had to look through my first few episodes because I thought I had done this as one of the first episodes, but apparently I never did. This is a compilation album that came out in 1972. Which is interesting because the material it comes from was really from 68 and 69. Apparently, somebody got some rights and did a little cash grab for, little trinket to the fans. But I'm talking about the release of The Best Of by Deep Purple. This was actually a pretty cool collection. I like it. It's all Mark I stuff, which is nice. Very simple little album cover. Unfortunately, the copy that I have is not that great. The album's not too bad. Nice. This is the only album I have on Spectre Records or even heard of. Not Harvey Spectre Records. He could have, opened himself a little record company, and it would have been a wise move. He could have saved his dad's music, but no. Instead, he just spent his money on renting really expensive cars and buying a lot of coffee and hot dogs. Anyway, the front cover's not too bad. Whoever Dave O is, fuck you for writing your name all over my album cover, but I guess it was yours at the time. A lot of wear and tear on this one. I've not seen a lot of copies of this in great condition. The back is awful. Even the front corner here is awful. Like, I don't know what happened to this, if it had been through some sort of war. It seems like it was, but like everything that you could have wrong with this except for water damage seems to be the case. And this might even be water damage, I don't know. Insert is, just plain paper, but so I'm looking for a better copy of this. I'm sure I'll find one at some point, but every time I've come across one, it's really weird. Like, they all have this faded wear on the front from where the ring wear is, but not just even the pressing. It's like all like this on every one of them. They're just like messed up, water damage, whatever. So I've not really found a good copy for a good price, but I'm sure I'll replace this one at some point. Anyway, though, there is a lot of cool songs on here. Actually, they cram-packed it pretty well. So we start with Hush, and you got to start with Hush, right? Great song, really kicked the band into a direction that would gain them a lot of notoriety. Then you got the Skip James cover of I'm So Glad, which, it is fairly repetitive, let's be honest about that. Then we move into One More Rainy Day, which is really ironic because apparently it's going to be raining from this morning through the rest of my life. Then we have Fault Line, which is another storm-related or weather incident-related song. And really interesting recording on that one, the whole technique. And I covered that on Smoke on the Podcast, so go check out that episode. Then we have the cover of Hey Joe. It's interesting because here where it said, Hush was Joe South, under Hey Joe, it actually says Deep Purple. I don't think Deep Purple wrote that song. Gonna say they didn't. Continuity. Anyway, side B opens up with Lelania, which is kind of a strange track to open a side with, I think. That, of course, is the Donovan cover. Then we have Love Help Me. Then The Painter, which is a great track. Then one of my absolute favorites from not just Mark I, but overall. I've listened to it tons of times. In fact, the weather's perfect. I should listen to this morning. Mandrake Root. That used to be one of the songs that some days, in fact, it was the fall of my 8th grade year. I would just leave that on the turntable and I would wake up, I would turn the stereo on, put the headphones on, and just move the needle, and Mandrake Root would play. It was amazing, just with no lights in the room except for the stereo, the pitch black outside, the fall weather in Michigan. Couldn't beat that. And then we end with Help, which was Deep Purple's cover of the Beatles song written by Lennon and McCartney. Very dark and dreary cover, much like the rain outside. All comes back to the weather. But it's interesting because John Lennon heard Deep Purple's version and he goes, that's what I really wanted the song to be. But he got outvoted on that, and the Beatles did this like really upbeat, strange version of the song saying, hey, I'm kind of down and depressed and I need help. You would be like, hey, I'm sad. But that's what they did. And I think that was, I think they did a little bit of that in the Beatles Love Show in Vegas, which, boy, it's so sad that that's taken down. I really hope, and there's rumor of this, but I really hope that when the Mirage reopens as the whatever the hell it is, they're going to bring back that Cirque du Soleil show. It was absolutely fantastic. There's no reason not to leave that theater intact. It was a very popular show. Even the last couple of times I had gone, the theater was packed. So really no reason not to bring that back. So I hope that they didn't touch that. I hope that Cirque du Soleil is on board. Why wouldn't they be? It's, you know, the theater's there ready to go. Sound system is amazing. The music was remixed by Martin Birch's son for that theater. So, or mixed by him for that theater. So, I mean, why wouldn't you bring that back? Please do. Anyway, so that's the best of Deep Purple, kind of a random little best of in the collection of the many best ofs that tons and tons of record companies have put out. It's insane the number of compilations that different people have gotten the rights to issue, or maybe just done it without the rights, who knows. Hopefully, though, the main thing for me is that all the people that should be getting paid, or the estates that should be getting paid, do, because that's really important, especially if you're going to be trying to capitalize on other people's records. Please do that. Anyway, sure, it cost a pretty penny to release this, but do it. Go check it out. If you can find a great copy of it for a good price, please let me know. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.